I want to start off today's show, which is going to be a little bit redundant because of what I did yesterday. But I got some new information about what happened with Bob Sheppard's funeral the other day, and I just wanted to share it in case you hadn't already heard, or if you haven't seen it on my Facebook page just yet. And that is that Derek Jeter was quoted as saying that he was unaware when Bob Sheppard's funeral was going to take place. And then he and Joe Girardi and a whole bunch of other Yankees went on the offensive and decided that it was in their best interest to let everybody know that in their minds it's a lot better to pay tribute to a person who has died in ways other than going to their funeral. Because there's just so much wrong with this from the get-go, because the last time I checked, there is no more ultimate way of paying respect to the dead than to attend their funeral. There's an old saying that you can really tell what a person's life was like based on the number of people who attend their funeral and how many dignitaries are there and things of that nature. And the truth of the matter is, Bob Sheppard deserved a lot better than what he got from Yankee players past and present at his funeral. There were numerous dignitaries there. We cannot take that away. Rudy Giuliani was there. There were Lou Carnesecca was there, and a whole bunch of other people were there, including Brian Cashman, the general manager of the New York Yankees. But there being not one single Yankee player there still really hits me the wrong way. And when he said, did Derek Jeter, that he didn't know when the funeral was, I think that is probably the lamest excuse that I've heard for anything in quite some time. You're Derek Jeter. You have people everywhere. You have enough money where you could buy a plane ticket anywhere in the world from point A to point B, then rent a helicopter to chopper you into the funeral if necessary and land you on the lawn next to the church where the funeral is taking place. So don't give me and the people this bullshit nonsense that you don't know where his funeral was. Pick up the damn phone, call the Yankees public relations office, and find out. It may not have been an open to the public funeral, but you're Derek Jeter. You're a member of the New York Yankees, and you can find a way to get to the funeral. Unfortunately, this is the type of attitude that we get from a lot of athletes, though, in this era. They don't care about anything but themselves. And that's why I have a hard time and this is a guy who is generally very well respected by the media, by fans, and by non-fans of the New York Yankees. There's very little to dislike about Derek Jeter. But when he says something like that, as far as I'm concerned, it puts a very big black eye around his name and his reputation. And there's no excuse for him to have not been there. But unfortunately, that is the nature of the beast anyway. So to hear those things from him, and then to hear Girardi and Jeter and a few others trying to justify it by saying there are better ways of paying tribute to the guy, give me a break. Give me a break. Yes, it's nice that Derek Jeter plays his introduction every time he steps up to the plate. And it was nice that he did it at the All-Star game, too. I can understand that. That's a nice tribute to the man for all the years that he gave to the New York Yankees and, of course, to the New York Giants either. Which begs another question, too. There were very noticeably absent members of the New York Giants organization, too, that did not go to the funeral. Because considering that he was with the Giants for 50 years as their public address announcer, you would have expected perhaps a little bit more out of the New York Giants. So let's not forget that element to the story too, that there were no members of the Giants who showed up. So apparently the bottom line to all of this is it's a better tribute to Bob Sheppard to play his voice at Yankee Stadium 4 or 5 times a day when Derek Jeter steps up to the plate than going to his funeral. Please tell me how that makes sense at all. It just simply does not. And it's a shame because Bob Sheppard truly deserved better than that.